no matter what you do as an entrepreneur or in life in general, if you don't fully stand behind it and believe in it, relationships, careers, anything, like it's just in the long run, it's not going to work out.
Welcome, Courtney, to the High Vibe podcast. I am so freaking stoked to have you on this episode. I have been following all of your stuff for I would say the last few months. I've been creeping and seeing your journey, your entrepreneurial journey. And I knew I had to have you on this podcast because it's been so inspiring to just see your journey, see your growth, and you show up so authentically. So for those of you who don't know who Courtney is, Courtney Sedano is a entrepreneurial boss babe, public speaker, content creator. She's a sober digital nomad who moved her family to Bali. And she's a personal development junkie, which so am I. I absolutely love that. And a social media coach, teaching people how to tap into their true self and voice, exuding confidence to help show up and make real money online using social media. And in the last 11 weeks alone, you've made about $60,000 or probably more than $60,000 through your online digital marketing business. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And I want you to just share your journey. So thank you for hopping on the podcast. And I would love to just hear your story, your entrepreneurial story, wherever you want to take us. Take it away.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited to be on your podcast and in your vibe. I've been following you for a long time as well. So yeah, I grew up in the Midwest and I became a mom really young when I was 17 years old. And that definitely altered my life, for obvious reasons. And really from a young age, I knew that I was not meant for the 9 to 5. I knew I wanted to be with my son. And so I went on to get my cosmetology license to do hair and, quickly realized that was trading time for money. And that was really the thing that kept coming up for me, even leading up to where I am today, is even as an entrepreneur, there are a lot of things that you really are trading so much of your time for money. And so I mean, leading up to when I left the 9 to 5, right before I actually went into the online space, I was a Spanish interpreter, actually. I had my own schedule kind of. I worked in schools systems. I worked with in the doctor's offices, and I didn't have to clock in and clock out. And that was my first taste of kind of freedom, but yet I still was, responding to a boss. But I was ooh, I could get in my car when I wanted, and I could take trips if I wanted to more. It was just easier. And I was yes, I want this lifestyle. So in 2019, so I met my husband in 2018, and he was also ready to kind of do his own thing as well. And then in 2019, we started dropshipping. We had heard about dropshipping, and we were okay, we'll try that. And I mean, really from the beginning of that, it felt super. It didn't feel authentic to me. I was I'm not proud to say that I'm dropshipping, but we did start making money online. We started investing in ourselves. And actually what really was the catalyst into just personal development and being an entrepreneur was the book, The Secret. Well, we watched the movie, The Secret, on Netflix, and we were what? Everything about my life and his life, we were oh my gosh, what is happening? And then we went down that rabbit hole, and we were wow, this is crazy. And just really realizing how we'd been living and where we wanted to go moving forward.
That's The Secret is so eye-opening. You're just wow, I have been magnetizing all of the things coming into my life, and it just makes you see everything through a different lens and be conscious of your own thoughts and your own patterns and really how you interpret the world. I actually watched the documentary before I read the book too. The book is a little bit more detailed, but that's a really, really great one. So for those that don't know what drop shipping is, because I feel sometimes on social media, I've been getting all of these different posts and videos of people that are making money online, and drop shipping is one of those things that people kind of say, oh, you can make a ton of money doing drop shipping and this is how I do it, and went from zero to whatever. So for those who don't know what drop shipping is, I don't even think I'm really familiar with it. What is it? What was your experience with it, and why didn't it feel aligned for you?
So, I mean, it was my husband's idea, and I really was like, okay, I can get on board and help kind of in the back, with him. But dropshipping is basically when you create an e-commerce store, you're creating a store, you're in contact with like suppliers overseas. Typically, there's a lot of research behind the scenes, like what products are trending or what products are doing well. You basically bulk buy from like a supplier overseas, and you kind of like create this storefront. So a lot of times you don't even have to actually have the product in your hand if you don't want. Like some people do in-house fulfillment, but other times it's like you going onto your website and you're like, okay, I want to buy that, soccer ball or whatever. And then someone places the order, and then you're in contact with the supplier and you're like, hey, I need a soccer ball sent. And then basically it's fulfilled like that, but it's typically coming from overseas. And you can make a ton of money on doing it, and you can really go in many different routes with it. So I think that it is cool in some ways, but like for us, it was just we started doing it right when the pandemic hit. And I don't know if you remember those UV wands that were like kind of popular. Like they said that you could you could get these wands that you could like put over your shopping carts, and it would like, clear the virus or whatever.
Really? No, I was not familiar with those. So was that one of the products that you were selling? During this time?
So we heard about that product, and we got onto it like in the right timing, and we made like $20,000 selling that wand.
Oh,
but
wow.
the thing is there's so much you have to spend in ads behind the scene. So yes, we made 20,000, but we probably spent 10,000 in ads.
Yeah. So just to even get your storefront seen, you have to put up a lot of money. Did you have to pre-order all of the products, so you have to put up money up front, or was it like you were able to purchase it as it was bought? Does that make sense?
Yeah, people do both. When we started like scaling these wands, we did bulk buy, and then we were like, we get an order and we're like packaging it. We'd go send it out at the post office. But yeah, and the reason that I just felt like it wasn't fully in alignment with me is because it was a lot of work. It was a lot of money up front, and it felt kind of like I didn't really fully believe in the products I was selling, and it's a lot of cheap stuff. And yeah,
that's huge. I mean, and it's a lot of work too. It's a lot of work. And like you said, like it's not necessarily something that you truly believe in. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I hate trips to the post office. It's like my least favorite activity ever. So anything that I can do, anything where it's like I have to go to the post office immediately, it's a no for me when it comes to business. I'm like, I can't do it. And that's why I love digital. Like I love digital products, which I know is what you do now. So I would love to kind of transition into your story. I know you've talked about this on your social media about hitting a financial rock bottom and kind of like now you're really just thriving in your business and your life. And so can you kind of take us down this journey of your financial rock bottom to where you are now?
Yeah. So a year ago, I moved to Bali, and I was starting a coaching business, like a life coaching business for women. And I was like, this is it. I'm going to scale this business and reach millions. And I got to Bali and really quickly realized that the way that I like the constant launch of coaching business programs and launching and like just being in that energy, it just felt like so much work. It felt I was just losing my passion for it. And I realized that like, if you're not showing up for a Zoom call with your clients, you're literally not getting paid. And I was like, I don't want this to be the business model. I knew that I wanted to help women. I know that's what I'm here for, to help, women step into their truth and power. But I was like, this isn't quite it. So, yeah, it was May of 2022. And I was like, there was something in my life that happened, and I just was like, I have to walk away. I can't do this. So fast forward to the end of 2022, and I was like, what am I going to do? I'm here in Bali, and like, I don't know. I knew something in the online space, and, I'd been creating content since 2019, basically for many things, when I was a health coach, when I was like dancing, like all these different things. And I'm like, just burning out, just creating content over and over for free. It becomes really directionless. I'm like, what am I doing this for? For likes, for validation, So, um, yeah, I was really could feel the rock bottom coming in last December. And then in the beginning of this year, 2023, my son's 15, and he had come into my room, and he asked me, he's like, hey, can we order some shoes? And he wears like size 13 men's shoe, like huge feet. It's just a whole, it's a whole process being here in Bali. Like they don't sell those size of shoes. You have to order them. Like it's just expensive. And yeah, like basically I just knew it was going to be this like $350 deal. And it wasn't that exact detail that caused the rock bottom, but it was that. Like I was like okay, yeah, we can do that. And I'm like, yeah, smiling. And then he leaves the room, and I just was like, I just had that deep pitted feeling. I was like, check my bank account, and I'm like constantly choosing between this or that and having to check my, my finances in situations like that. And I was just, it took me to my knees. Like I was so done feeling like that, so done living victimized by my situation, feeling like someone's going to come and save me. I've always had this fantasy of that, oh, my husband, he will just pay for me, which is great. And I think that like he probably will one day, but
Yeah.
as a woman, like there's something so powerful of like having your own money, and not the like boss babe don't need no man type of money, because that's not the energy either. I want to create impact and serve, and I want to really make something for myself and for my son. And so that really was the moment. And I was like, something's got to change. So there was this girl that I had been following on social media for a while, and I had seen that she was doing something, and she was like every day, like making more money and making more money. And it was like growing really quickly. And I was like, what is she doing? I'd been watching her for like 4 months, and I finally put my pride to the side, and I was like, reached out to her, and I was like, what are you doing? And she told me about affiliate marketing. She was doing high ticket affiliate marketing. So then I like went down that rabbit hole, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to give this a try. So I did. So I invested $2,500. I started doing high ticket affiliate marketing. Did that for like 7 weeks, and that's what led me into what I'm doing now. And really, that's when everything changed. So I'm not doing affiliate marketing anymore. I'm now into like digital products, which feels just so much more aligned. It's like my brand, my business, and what I want to be doing. But the affiliate marketing was kind of that like big stepping stone that was like, okay, there's actually so much money to be made online. It's so possible. You just have to have the
Mm-hmm.
right tools and strategy and system and community. And that's what's led me to where I am today.
It's so true. There is so much money to be made online and in so many different ways. Like, I feel like I've been immersing myself into just learning about all the different funnels and ways that people are monetizing social media, whether it's selling their own program, whether it's having the master resell rights program, high ticket affiliate marketing, brand deals, like all of that stuff. It's kind of crazy how many different ways that you can make money online. So I'm curious for the affiliate marketing route, as far as like if someone's like interested in that, like what was like your pros and cons of that experience, and what made you decide to sell the digital program that you're now selling? Like, like what were the pros and cons of the affiliate marketing, and just like be real for the people that are curious about it or that have heard about it or seen about it. And why are you doing what you're doing now, and how is it different?
Yeah, love this question. So, yeah, the affiliate marketing I think is really appealing to a lot of people, because it's like you don't have to have, you don't have inventory. You don't have to, it's not like you're not collecting payments yourself. You're not really dealing with customers. You're kind of that middleman. So affiliate marketing is, yeah, you're a middleman for a brand, and you are basically promoting their product or service for a commission. So a lot of affiliate programs are very low commissions, with clothing,
Yes.
very low.
It's like pennies. You're like, what am I even, when I'm an affiliate for some stuff that's like a $50 like eyebrow serum or whatever. And it's like, I'm not making any money. It's more so I'm doing it to give my community a discount. Like,
Yep.
you're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
making $1 in commission. So like, I don't even look at that as a pathway to make money, because the low ticket affiliate marketing is like, it's so stupidly low, and you would have to talk about it all the time, like every single day, multiple
Exactly.
times a day, you have to talk about these products to even get the volume for it to make sense. So I'm curious how like high ticket affiliate marketing is different. I totally interrupted you, but continue.
No, you're good. You're exactly right, because and that's this is the con of this industry, is exactly what you just said. So high ticket affiliate marketing is when you are making typically 40% or higher commission. And so a lot of these affiliate programs that are, if you start looking for ways to make money on social media, you're going to see affiliate marketing. Like it's very much so all over social media. And the
Yes.
problem is that these affiliates that are making oodles amount of money, they are creating content that's like, you can go to Amazon and you can go to Target and Sephora and they list these other ClickBank Digi20 store. They list these things and they're like, this is how basically they're like, I make this money and this is how I do it. You find a website like this, you create a funnel, you start creating content, and bam. But what people don't understand, and I talk to people confused every single day, is that these affiliates are making their high ticket money by promoting the course that's teaching people affiliate marketing. So there's like the $7 course is really popular. And I took the $7 course. I then invested in the $2,500 course, which is the upsell. And that is how these affiliates are making their high ticket commissions. Do is they create, and not all of them, I would say a high amount of the people that are making crazy amounts of money, they're creating these videos that are saying like with Amazon and Sephora. And so you have people who are paying this $2,500 and then they're like, well, wait, but what am I promoting now? And then they're like, okay, well, I wanted to do like the home decor niche, but now should I do the course so I can really make the real money? And then you start doing that. And then it kind of feels out of alignment. Like you're not actually excited about promoting this course. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's what happened. Like affiliate marketing is a genius business model. It is. And that is, I think what's happening is it's like, no matter what you do as an entrepreneur or in life in general, if you don't fully stand behind it and believe in it, relationships, careers, anything, like it's just in the long run, it's not going to work out.
100%. And it's one of those things. I think affiliate marketing is a genius business model for companies, right? Like for companies, like if I was a company, I would create an affiliate program. It's the easiest, most organic way, low cost way to get your products in front of more people. For people that are the affiliates, unless you're selling like another affiliate course that's $2,500, like you're not making any money unless you're pushing a ton of volume. And in my experience, to push a ton of volume, you have to be talking about it all the time. You have to have a giant community that is ready to buy, that trusts you. You have to truly, I think, love the products that you're talking about. And there's only so many products that you like, you know what I mean? Unless you're like trying 1,000 different hair care stuff all the time, which is like what I see people that are like doing affiliate programs. It's like every month they're selling like a different beauty product. And I'm like, I just need one that I want to
Yeah.
use forever, you know? So, and I hear a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to do the affiliate route. And I've never, in my personal experience, like seen that as an amazing way to make a lot of money when you're doing it the traditional way, when you're selling those products and stuff like that, because like the volume that you need to make it fruitful and lucrative and worth your time is a lot. But when you're selling the high ticket stuff, it obviously makes sense. But to sell those high ticket stuff, it's like, in that course, do they teach you how to sell like more expensive things that like I guess home decor or furniture? But even then, like people only need so many high ticket things, right? Like once you buy a couch, you're not going to buy another couch. So that's where I'm confused, because there's only so many high ticket items unless it's like digital products that you're
Yeah.
selling, which is now what you're doing. You're selling your own digital products. So I guess we talked about the pros and cons of the affiliate and the affiliate route. I personally think if it's a great way to offer your community a discount, you know, like that's why I do it, is because I just want to give back to my community and talk about products that I truly love. But I don't look at it as a way to make money at all when I'm doing like affiliate programs, because I mean, my audience, like I have a decent sized audience, but it is not big enough to like push that amount of volume for making what, like 50 cents to $1 commission on stuff. Cause a lot of them, they only offer 10 to 20% on a product that's like $20 to $30, you know? So the digital program that you now sell, how is that different? How did you find out about it? How did you get into it? What does it teach you? What does it learn? Like, let's dive into that because I'm super curious about that.
So a girl that was doing affiliate marketing, she had reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, I'm kind of switching gears. And something that I think you might be really interested in." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I've switched so many times." And that's been like a big like limiting belief that I've had to really work through with myself, is that, thinking that people are going to think that I'm a fraud, or like I'm not real, or like, what are people going to think? The ultimate,
From
fear we
bouncing
all
from
have.
like the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, she was like, "I think you're going to like this." And then, so basically it's a digital marketing education. It's a digital product that is teaching people how to develop and market any business online. So I really look at it as like a launching pad for people who want to get in the digital marketing space and make money online. Because that is my experience from the many things I've tried over the last 4 years. Is it's like, you see someone doing something and making a lot of money, and you're like, "I'm going to try it and do it and just hope that it works." But it's like, if you want to actually learn any skill in life, you have to take the time to educate yourself on it. And so this course is going to teach you that. It's a beginner friendly step-by-step course. It's going to teach you how to build your websites. It's going to teach you email marketing, which is very important if you want to be an entrepreneur. Like, something that, I've listened to on several podcasts, that when they say like, do you have any regrets as an entrepreneur? And I've heard it so many times where they're like, "I wish
Email
I started
list.
an email list."
Yeah.
So, and I've had so much resistance to email marketing because I don't personally love emails. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really read emails. When I get asked for my email at stores, I'm like, I don't use an email. Like, I just don't love emails. But I've gotten over that because I see why I don't like emails. And it's because they're like spammy, or they're just not, they just seem copy and pasted, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
you actually learn to tap into your own voice and like, um, tell stories and connect with people in a real way, it can be really fun. So you're going to learn email marketing. You're going to learn how to brand yourself, which is such an important piece. With the affiliate marketing, especially, like just in general online, there's so much copy and paste. There's so much, it lacks originality. Like, and branding yourself is important. Like, and it's so much more than what your bio says in your profile picture. It's like, who are you? Like, who do you want to serve? What's your vision? And these things are important. If you want to make real money online, you have to be in it more for the quick buck. Because if you're in it for a quick buck, you're not going to last.
So
Yeah.
you purchase this program and you learn all about building your website, like creating, I'm guessing, even if like you have some type of sales funnel, email marketing, branding, everything that you would really need to be a digital marketer or online entrepreneur, which
Mm-hmm.
is amazing skills. And I've been someone who's invested tons of money into programs, into courses, and spent years learning how to do this. Like, I've invested a lot of money. And even then, like, I still done tons of research. And if you can find a place where you can put your money and they teach you everything in one place and you don't have to look any further, like, that's worth your time and that's worth your
Mm-hmm.
money, because they're basically packaging everything that you could probably Google, but it would take hours to
Yep.
find stuff that's right or find stuff that is legitimate, because there's so much stuff out there and you don't even know like the sources that it's coming from sometimes, So like, to invest your money into a program where you're actually learning. And then from there, now you have like 100% of the resell rights of this, or how does that work? Because now you
Mm-hmm.
sell this course, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm so excited to talk about this because it is gaining popularity, and I really love to really explain what this is, because there is a lot of people that don't understand it and are out here trying to sell this. So exactly, you buy the course, you take the education, which is the most important part. This is not buying a course to turn around and sell a course. It's like, actually educate yourself. And so you do that, and then you can implement what you learn, and you can start your business by selling this first digital product as your own, done for you. So it's not your digital product. Someone else created it, the creators, Hannah and Zach, but
Mm-hmm.
they attach the master resale rights, which gives you the rights to resell this product. And you get to keep 100% of the profit from the course. You keep all the money in your sales. And so it's really cool for beginners because it's like you're going to get that education, you can implement what you learn, and you can start selling a digital product right away. And it's a digital product that's high in demand. Like digital marketing is high in demand. People want to learn how to make money online. The whole thing is like for me, and I think, and this is why I love, just being myself online, is that I get to attract other people, women. I have a few men that have purchased, but it's mostly women I speak to. But is that this is something like for the long run, like this is a launching pad. It's like you can learn these skills, you can start selling this digital product, start making money, and then you can start creating your own products or your own services. And that's exactly what I'm doing. It's really cool. It's like really cool. It's a new concept. Master resale rights is not new. That's something you see people saying, the master resale rights course. It's a digital marketing course education with master resale rights attached, which allows you to resell this course.
So I am curious because I'm sure there's people out here thinking the same thing. So they're the creators, Hannah and Zach. What are their names? Hannah and
Hannah
Zach
and Zach.
Pippins?
Yeah.
Is that the last name? Okay. So
Yep.
they created this course and you have now 100% master resale rights. So you keep 100% of the profits. They don't make any money off of any resells, or like what is their involvement now that they've created this course and now that it's available to the masses?
Yep. Yeah. One of the most common questions. So
yeah,
exactly.
I'm sure. So
yeah, a lot of people, are like, is this MLM? Is this like what is this? But yeah, so basically they've done, network marketing, they've done affiliate marketing, and their mission is to create a better online experience for everybody. And they wanted to create a course that was going to do that, teach people the real skills of making money where they saw all these gaps in the marketing, industry. And then they thought, well, what's the business opportunity in this? And what's something that is different, and was attaching the master resale rights to this course. And so they literally run their business the same way that I do. Like they sell the course to people, and they also have their community. And so there is a community attached to this product, which is really what makes this so unique, is that it's not like you're just buying a course and you're off on your own. It's like there is a community. There are like, coaching calls every week, and it's all free. But yeah, I mean, of course, they're smart business people, and I'm sure, they're strategically planning something that they're going to launch. I mean, but they have a whole audience of people that love them now. And so really, they just did it out of the kindness of their heart. Like that's the answer.
And obviously, you're just like, wow, that sounds so crazy, because there's not a lot of people out there. You're like, there's some type of like a hidden profit going on, but it sounds like they truly want to put this in the hands as many people. And the fact that they're doing it, like they're doing these free coaching calls and creating this community. I mean, obviously down the road, they might offer live events or some other programs. And now they just have this huge community because they did this amazing thing to help so many people. And it's kind of like one of those things, like when you pay it forward, like it always comes back.
Exactly.
And when you're putting out that energy and you're truly just like giving from your heart, like it's always going to come back. So that's amazing that they're doing that, and they're letting people that are selling this program actually keep 100% of these profits. And it's not like they're gaining anything from that, aside from just more exposure and being able to help and reach more people. I love that. I think that's like a really awesome business model. And like, it just attests to the founders of this course. I don't know anything about them, but it says a lot about them that they're doing that. So I love that, because I think one of the hardest things when you're trying to sell like a digital product is like creating the program and like selling and coming up with the foundation of your course and figuring out what you're going to sell. And so the fact that you can turn this around and have something that actually teaches people how to make money online, that adds value to their life, and it also teaches you how to probably build your own course and all of that stuff. So for people that are interested in this, I would say, like, what has been your biggest obstacles or your biggest challenges or setbacks that you've had to overcome or learn as you're going through this journey of digital marketing and selling your own digital products?
Yeah, I think just finding my own voice, I mean, and I feel like I've always shown up really authentically online, but even when you get into an industry where there's other people doing the same thing, like I think all along the way, it's like, how can I stand out, and how can I be different and market this different and not just be like everybody else? And so I wouldn't say it's been like a huge challenge. It's just been really coming back every single day into like who I am, what my vision is, who I'm here to help. Like this isn't for everybody and everybody's not for me. And
Mm-hmm.
that is what sets me apart too, is that I don't just want your sale. I tell people every week, like, do you like social media? And they say, no, I hate it. And I'm like, this probably isn't for you then, you know? Yeah, I mean, honestly, this part of my entrepreneurial journey like has not felt hard in the sense because I think everything leading up to this point has gotten me into exactly where I'm at. Like I do feel like a leader in this space. I do feel like I have what it takes to show up in this business, but I am learning every day and just really with more people stepping into this space and like seeing just staying in my own lane. Like that really actually is my
Mm-hmm.
biggest obstacle is I get in my own way and I start, like consuming or whatever. And I'm like, just stay in my own lane, stay focused on what I'm doing, who I'm helping and block out the noise. Like it's like the
Yeah.
inner battle, I think is honestly my biggest obstacle.
I know, it's so true. I feel like and it's just crazy because like when I was in network marketing, I used to do Beachbody, and like my community knows this. I felt like everyone on the internet did Beachbody. Like literally everyone. I was just like Beachbody coaches everywhere. And I just had to like block out the noise and be like, how can I be different? How can I find my own authentic voice in the midst of like 500,000 people that are selling the exact same thing as me? And then when I took a step away from Beachbody, there's so much more on the internet that's not Beachbody coaching, but it's so funny because like the algorithm just continues to feed you the stuff that you're putting out and that you're consuming, so you feel like you're just like the whole world is seeing the same stuff that you are, but you're not. And the way that you stand out, even if it is 500,000 people selling the same thing, the way that you stand out is just by being yourself and having
Exactly.
your own authentic voice and like staying in your own lane. And so what are some actual tactical tools? Because this will be an obstacle that anyone faces, no matter you're selling digital products, you're trying to create your own brand, you're trying to build your own presence and be a content creator on social media. You are going to come across this work comparison, this consumption, this like this person's doing this, or too many people are already doing that, or it's too saturated. What do you do to try and block out that noise or that inner critic of like comparison? Are there like spiritual practices, mindset things, like tactical things that you do to try
Mhm.
to help you and your mindset through those obstacles?
Yeah. Love that. Yeah, I mean meditation, like spending time, I mean my spiritual practice even as my business has taken off, I can see where I've even put it a little to the side a lot more than I would like to. And I just told my husband yesterday, I'm like I need to tap back into my practices and daily mantras. I have like a money mantra and just like a personal mantra I speak out loud about who I am and what I bring. That has been really really affirming and helpful. Connecting with like-minded people, like if you are the biggest fish in the room, like you need to go into a different room. And so I have a lot of entrepreneurial friends, women that I, reach out to and just, not every day, but reminded who I am and just plugging into their success too, actually. Like hearing about other people who are doing bigger things than me is very important for me. And just again, like the consumption thing, like consuming other people's stuff, there's a fine line, right? Like I want to be supportive and I want to back people and help people because I want the same thing in return. And it's just quick that I just it's like I fall down this hole and I'm like in it, and it's a really sticky trap for me, I think, for so many people. But I do fall into comparison really quick. And so really I just do not consume. Like I try so hard to not scroll. I follow certain people, I look at their stuff, inspiring people, and the rest I just try to not. And I just have to trust that like it's nothing personal to other people.
This is so true. I've been doing this course, and it talks about like the first week is like a social media detox, basically, where you're just not doing any consumption. But it's even beyond social media detox. It's like no books, no TV, no like anything. Like basically, what happens or like what comes up for you when you're not consuming just shit all the time. And I had a lot of stuff come up when I just like wasn't consuming, but it also just felt so peaceful. like, I was just like, wow, like, I'm not comparing myself. I'm not wondering, like, I'm not like shitting on myself because I would do that a lot too. Be like, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And like, just like feeling like crap when I'm seeing what everyone else is doing. Also, you're not getting the full context of their life on social media,
Exactly.
right? People are putting out what they want you to see. And like for some, and just like we're putting out what we want people to see, but for some reason we just think it's different for other people. um, so yeah, I think being very conscious of your consumption or not doing it at all or muting people that trigger you or like literally setting a timer on your phone and be like 10 minutes, that's it. Then I'm just going to go on and like connect with like community or like give. I think those are huge things. And I feel you on like the falling out of the spiritual practice because I feel like I've done that sometimes. Like it's like this, right?
Yeah.
It's never like you've made it and you've arrived. It's always like ebbs and flows. Like when you're doing really well in this area, sometimes something in this area falls. So like being conscious of like tapping back into those things that raise your vibe, I also think is super, super important. So where do you see yourself like beyond this digital marketing program? Because this is your main course that you're selling right now. Is there any other offerings that you're looking to like create and expand? Because I know that you said like this is like the launching pad. So like what does the vision look like for you now?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so I mean I'm so passionate about social media. Like that's something I could talk about for hours and hours. And so my vision is that I want to create my own community around teaching women to create their own digital products and their own businesses, like really in the digital product world because I love it so much. I think it's the closest thing to passive income. It's not passive income, which is something that is a opinion of mine that you see a lot. People are like passive income, and I'm like, actually, nothing about my business is passive. Like it's a lot of work, showing up every day. But the fact that you can create one product and then make sales in your sleep, that's really fun. So
Yeah.
I love that. And so yeah, I want to I want to teach women how to create their own digital products using this digital product with the master resale rights as the first step so that they can start
Hmm.
making money and then help them tap into their voice, into their talents, into their uniqueness, but with mindset, with social media, and helping with sales. Because I close all of my I do all of my stuff in the DMs, and
Hmm.
I've created a fun system with it, an authentic system with it, and so that's my vision. I want to create a community of women who are aspiring entrepreneurs who want to live the life of their dreams, truly live out their dreams. That's my vision.
I freaking love that. I know after this call, like I am so interested in what in this course and what you're selling. And I might even get on the train because I feel like it's such an amazing opportunity. Like it really is. And I think it can help so many people. So we're definitely talking after this call. Have you only, I know in your bio it says that you've made 60K in 11 weeks. Have you only been selling this course for 11 weeks? Or like, is that just like when you really started making money? Can you take us kind of
Mhm.
on your journey of like when you started? Because I think a lot of people see those shiny numbers. And when I see a lot of people selling like the high ticket affiliate marketing, they like to like flaunt the numbers. Oh, I made 50K in a week or this and that.
Mhm.
But what they don't talk about is like all behind the scenes and the hard work and the grit and like maybe like a few weeks or months of like not seeing any revenue before it like turned into like this, like funnel of like a lot of people that are actually buying from them. So I'm curious to see like, were you making money right away when you're reselling this or like what did that look like for you?
Yeah. So I just always like to say, and this is be so transparent, is like, this isn't my day one, right? Like, yes, I just started selling this course. I bought the course May 19th and then I launched May 24th. So yes, I did just start selling this, but like, I mean, this really is the last 4 years of the, personal development, the courses, the coaches, the failures. Like it's so much that leads up to me showing up and just, it wasn't my first day creating content. And
Yes.
so that is something that I like to say that, yes, I did start seeing results pretty much from the beginning, but that's not what's going to happen for everybody. It really depends on your mindset, where you're at in your journey, how dedicated, how committed you are. So I made my investment back 2 days after I started. And then the first month was definitely like up and down. I hit five figures in a month. And then my second month everything's taken off. Like I had a reel that went, 40,000, but it was a very opinionated reel that got a lot of people interested into what I was doing. And then basically I have consistent sales every single day now, but that is, again, that's not expected. And I work this business. Like I am spending hours in my DMs. The thing is I live in Bali. So the time zone is like, when I'm sleeping is like the daytime for people. So I work in the nights and in the mornings. And I'm definitely spending, if my inbox is flooded, it could take me, I'm not going to sit there for 6 hours in a row and work through my inbox, but it could take me time to get through my inbox. And so
Yeah.
I'm in the process of trying to hire someone to help me, maybe just smoothing out where like I don't want to be waking up flooded. It's the best overwhelming feeling ever, right?
Yes.
Like I'm so grateful.
It's
so
a good
exciting
problem to have, but it's also exhausting.
Exactly. It's a great problem to have. And I'm like, I want to teach women how to be able to do this business and have it be sustainable. And so the pace that I'm going and how I'm doing it, it wouldn't be sustainable long term. It just wouldn't. Like, I don't want to sit in my inbox for hours every day. Like, that doesn't really light me up. The money is exciting, and knowing that other women are going to get in on this is. And so, yeah, I'm working my business, like, and I'm creating content, and I'm doing the things that it takes to be successful. And I'm speaking about this, and I'm not just like, hey, links in my bio, go buy the course. Like, I'm like, can you tell me what your vision is? Do you like social media before I'm even pitching this offer? Because if you tell me that, well, I need to pay my bills by next week and I hate social media, I'm like, well, this isn't you're not gonna have success with this.
Yeah. And having that mindset and being totally transparent and not just trying to like sell, like that, having integrity like that is so important. And I noticed that you just attract the right people that this is meant for by actually being picky with who your customers and clients are. And you're saying, this isn't for you. It's not for you. And that's okay. It's not going to be for everyone. And you have to have that abundance mindset when you're selling something like that. And that was something that I learned through like network marketing, is like shifting that, like, I have to make a sale to like, do I even want to work with you? Like, is this even going to be a good fit for you? And like saying, maybe, turning people away and saying like, this probably isn't the right opportunity for you. But it takes a lot of like inner work to work through that. So I'm curious, like, as far as like systems go, because you're going to have to start creating systems in order to not like run yourself into the ground. And I know that you mentioned like you want to start hiring someone to like work on your inbox. Like, is there any other things that you're like, I need to make a solution for this? Or is like your inbox really the thing that's like taking up all of your time?
Yeah, so it's like the comments, people commenting on my reels and then just wanting to bring them into my DMs. And so that piece right there, I have a girl that actually used to help me, so I know her, because it does feel kind of nerve-wracking to bring someone into your inbox, right? Like, I'm like, I don't want to just, I know there are trustworthy people, but it still feels, delegating is a skill. Like, you think that hire help, it will be so easy and great, but you have to release control. You have to trust. Like, it's not easy. And so, so that I want to, help someone. And, my coach, she was like, well, you can do like the robot. And for me, I think that that's great. And maybe one day I will use like the many chats, which is like the automated system. But every single person I talk to, I would say like 99% are like, wow, you're a real person. Thank you so much for responding. And so the thought of bringing in a robot, I don't know, I feel like it would literally go against what I'm trying to do here. So
it wouldn't feel authentic to you. Yeah.
It wouldn't. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that, and then again, is like kind of what's next for me is like creating my own community around this. And basically, I would probably just double the investment, but it would be like, hey, you buy this course from me, you're going to come into my community. And by the time you go through this 3 months or whatever it is, mentorship, you're going to have made your investment back and then some, but it's like to actually be able to not, because you have to have boundaries in this business, right? Like coaching, and I'm not available to coach in my DMs. Like with my customers, yes, I will answer questions here and there, but I want to create self-sufficient leaders as well. And that's who I'm attracting.
Absolutely. So when people do buy this product from you, do you offer any additional support? I'm sure like any additional support that you do offer is completely of your own like doing, right? It's like you just want to help them succeed and like give them free advice. So do you create like a Facebook group or do you do anything for people, or are you
Mhm.
mainly attracting people that are just go-getters? Once they get the program, you answer all their questions, they just take it and run.
Yeah. So the cool thing is the community that you get with it. Like they do have the 4 coaching calls in there a week. And so that is a big selling point for people. And it releases pressure off of me. Like I'm like, if you have questions about your funnel, then Funnel Friday. If you have questions about TikTok, TikTok Tuesday or whatever. So that's really amazing. And I also still see the gaps and I see where like, I want to teach like conscious creators how to like create online and I want to put more mindset into it and stuff. And so I
Mhm.
did have a Facebook group when I first started, but I just like was like I am not turned on or lit up about a Facebook group. It
Me
like
either. There needs to be something else.
yeah,
Do a Facebook group. I just can't.
I can't either. So I need to close the loop because I've just stopped and I stopped putting my customers in there because I'm like, this is the most forced, obligated, non-exciting thing I could ever do.
And if it doesn't light you up, it's not lighting them up for sure.
Exactly. So they have the community aspect, but then for me, I just tell my customers that I'll be in your corner. And again, I know that because of the people I'm attracting, I'm not attracting people who are like a million questions. And I'm happy to answer questions. And I do answer
Mhm.
questions, but I really want to teach people we teach people how to be in relationship with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the most exhausting thing when I was in network marketing was like you're basically coaching people for free. Like you're mentoring people how to run their business. I'm on one-on-one calls every single week. I'm not getting paid for any of that. And yes, I love helping people, but it was a lot of you would tell them, you'd give them a blueprint, you tell them exactly what to do, and then they wouldn't follow through with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only so many times that you can go through that over and over again before you're like, do you want this or not? So I love that you're very intentional with the type of people that you're attracting because and setting those boundaries, because that was a lesson that I learned in that business. Like I wasn't having those boundaries and it was draining and
Mm-hmm.
exhausting. And I was like, this is not lighting me up anymore. So, I
Exactly.
mean, I learned so much through that network marketing business. And I also learned like what I don't want in a business, like through that. But I learned leadership, I learned mentorship, I learned how to make videos and run and tell my story and branding and all of that stuff. But I also learned like how to set boundaries because I definitely didn't do that. So I think it's one of those things where it's always a learning process. And I love that you're so transparent and you're so authentic with it. Like it really just exudes in all of your content, Courtney. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
know that. Like it really does. So
Thank
where
you.
can people find you if they've vibed with you and they're really attracted to your energy and your presence and what you're doing and the work that you're doing? Where can they find you? Where can they get more of you?
Yes. So my Instagram is at Dream Big with Coco. I'm sure you'll put the details below. So Instagram and then also on TikTok. It's the same username on both platforms. But if you want to like reach out and have a conversation, then Instagram is definitely where to find me. And then in my stand store on my Instagram is where you can find more information about this course if you want to just like go in and get info. But if you want to reach out to me directly, yeah, then just find me on Instagram.
Amazing. Thank you so much for all of your time and your energy and the work that you're doing and the people that you're inspiring. So I'm so glad to have you on and I can't wait to share this with my community.